I will just start with, setting up the context and brief introduction. Thank you so much. Thanks, everyone. Thanks for joining this session on spirituality to success. Message from Sikh Gurus. This session is being conducted by Mr. Amarjit Singh. Amarjit is he has got I would say varied experience of 25 plus years. And in his recent most avatar, he is heading sales training function for a major in fintech. So, and this is where Amarjit is for us. And Amarjit also specializing in sales, team building, recruitment, training, coaching, performance enhancement, and career counseling. So these are the expertise our speaker has. Amarjit is also member of our TMI community. One day he shared one message on messages from Sikh Gurus, one of the Sikh Guru, and that is where I thought of exploring a session by him on this topic, and he has been kind enough to deliver a session for us today. So it is our pleasure to welcome you, sir, and we hope to learn, refresh how we can learn the messages of our Sikh Gurus and implement it to our success. Thank you so much for spending time with us and sharing your wisdom. Welcome, and over to you, Amarjit.
Thank you, Chintan Bhai. Um, it is indeed my pleasure to interact with this group. Uh, as Chintan Bhai said, I would like to add couple of more things. Uh, I have recently, I've been thinking about it, but was not able to do it. But I have recently adopted one, I would say, the goal that I need to touch, inspire, and move people. And in that process, I started a YouTube channel that is with Amarjit's Funda. And that video I shared with Chintan Bhai in one of the WhatsApp groups. That is where we started exploring this. So what I want to say is that this is totally what I can give back to the society in that attempt. This initiative is there, and that with that I would say that spirituality is from there only. What you or I can give, that is where spirituality starts. Although we are always concentrating on what we can get, and in fact the cycle does not start until and unless somebody decides to give. So cycle of spirituality starts from giving. So when we give, then only there is somebody who is receiving. And when somebody is giving, then only we can receive. So it's a cycle where we start giving first and then we start receiving it. Because if everybody decides, ki, okay, I just want to receive, and nobody is giving, then the cycle will be broken. And in fact, we will be broken completely. And as rightly what we were discussing just casually, spirituality is everywhere, and we all are a spiritual being. I consider that human is not a human being; he is a spiritual being, and we are the one species on this earth which has ability to look into things from different perspectives. And this journey from birth to death is all about not what we are gathering, it is all about what we are experiencing. So, spirituality is about experiencing something beyond physical. So, with that, gurus, all 10 gurus of six, we have 10 gurus. They have given huge knowledge, insight on these. So I we cannot cover lot in limited time. So I will try to just introduce spirituality today, and later on, if we get opportunity, we will sit and discuss more, because spirituality is also about discussing. So what happens is that a peaceful mind, a happy soul, can only achieve something. May it be materialistic thing or may it be spirituality, starts from here only. And without having peaceful mind, and without peaceful mind, we cannot have a happy soul. So success starts from here. Spirituality is nothing but having a peaceful mind and happy soul. Anything what we are doing uh, is actually taking us towards this goal of peaceful mind and happy soul. And if you look at Gurbani, I will start with this: Man tum jyot sarup hai, apna mool pachan. मन हरजी तेरे नाल है, गुरमत रंग मान. मोल पछाने ता सह जाने, मरण जीवन की सोची हुई. So this is like with what I would like to start. So Guruji is saying like man tu jyot sarup hai. I mean, he's talking to yourself. Speak to yourself and try to find out what you are. You will realize like we are the light. We are the light. That Atma, Paramatma, what we talk about, we are part of that light, that super power, spiritual power, or whatever we call Paramatma, Parampita Paramatma, or God, Bhagwan. We are actually the part of that light. And as a human being, Gurbani is saying that try to understand, try to find out, and try to recognize this fact that you are part of that light. You are not, you don't have to achieve that light because you are already part of that light. Only thing is that you have to accept, you have to explore that you are part of that light. मन हर जी तेरे नाल है, गुरमुत रंग मान. So, Uparwala, that light, that superpower is with you, because it's not outside you, it is inside you. That light is inside you. You are part of that light. And you just इसको enjoy करो. I mean, you just enjoy this being the part of that light. मोल पछाने से जरने मरण जीवन की सूची आए. The moment we actually understand this, then we become the traveler. We become we are on voice, and we start enjoying the journey. See, it is like generally we say that journey is more beautiful than the destination. So this life is also a journey. The moment we understand that we are part of that light, superpower, right? And we are on a journey that starts from death and ends to, sorry, starts from birth and ends at death. Then this journey will become more enjoyable. See, generally, like if you look at your last vacation, you went to a place and everything, whatever you were encountering, you are enjoying that. You are actually creating memories. And recently, like I was talking to one of my friends. He said, "Yeah, we went to Jaipur and it was really a wonderful journey. Ye hua, wo hua." And he told me a lot of stories that included one very bad experience where they had a fight with the taxi wala on the way from Jaipur to Delhi. In between, just outside Jaipur, about 70-80 kilometers, this guy taxiwala actually decided not to go beyond that because they had a bitter fight. So now this guy left the taxiwala left them there only on the highway at a petrol pump, and at the petrol pump, this guy left, and the story was told, and it was a very bad story. But within that story, there was another story that the petrol pump owner offered them a tea, lunch, and everything. So the better experience in that journey has memories of a good experience also. So similarly, this life, spiritually, we are in a journey, and if we take it as a journey, any experience is a memory. Any experience is a discovery of something new happening with us. So that is where मन तुम ज्योत स्वरूप है अपना मूल पहचान. So what is happening, because of missing spiritual connection? We all are spiritual, we know spirituality, we do practice spirituality, but not off and on. Sorry, not regularly. We practice it off and on. Then, when we are in temple, we are spiritual. When we are doing some charity, we become spiritual. But those are momentary experiences. We do it, then come out of it, and that off and on is creating a lot of situations which are creating frustrations. Sometimes we feel incomplete. Sometimes there is anxiety, depression, stress, poor health, and strained or broken relationships are also there. I mean, as a human being, none of us is actually spared from these things. If not all, then some of it is there with us. एक से होगा, दूसरे से होगा. Something is happening in our life off and on. That is where, like, if we decide that we are on journey, we are the part of that super power, and that light is inside us, it becomes easy for us to enjoy the better experiences also. So Gurbani says, Guru Nanak Dev Ji said, like, there are five thieves. I mean, these things are happiness, are joy, are peace, are success. These are actually stolen by these five thieves, five evils which we consider: Kam, Krodh, Lobh, Moh, and Kar. So if you look at any problem in our life, these starts from either of these five, right? Sometimes, like, I mean, if you look at what is happening in the society, to the women, to the fairer gender, that is actually outcome of Kam, sometimes Krodh also, right? And Lob is creating a situation where we are trying to gather anything and everything, and egos. See, on Lob, I share one very interesting story with you. Once I was traveling to this place, what do we call, Gwalior. So we had a small meeting there in Gwalior. From Delhi, we went. One of my colleagues who was also there with me. So we went by Shatabdi. We reached there. We finished the meeting, and by 2 o'clock, around 2 o'clock, we were free, and we were supposed to return back by the Shatabdi, and that was at 7 p.m. So my friend told me कि like चलो अपन ना ऊपर फोर्ट देख कर आते हैं. We went to this Gwalior fort. It's a beautiful fort, and a lot of things are there. A lot of information, or I mean, a lot of experience you can gather there. So we explored the fort, and after everything, like that the Teli Mandir and the fort and all, everything we enjoyed. We try to understand the history also. We try to understand the different aspects of building that fort. And lastly, we went to a Gurdwara that is there in the fort itself. That is called Bandi Chhod Data Gurdwara. And fort was stinking, broken, and not maintained at all. But this Gurdwara was neat and clean, shining, langar is on, and people are coming, people are going, and all. My friend told me, she said, like, sir, आपने notice किया? I said, what? शी सेड कि राजाओं ने जो है फोर्ट बनाया, बट वो फोर्ट मेंटेन्ड नहीं है, और एक फकीर ने गुरुद्वारा बनाया और वो गुरुद्वारा मेंटेन्ड है. So that is what is the experience. And then I don't know if you know the history of Bandi Chhod Gurdwara, or this Bandi Chhod. We celebrate, I mean, Sikhs celebrate Bandi Chhod Divas. Briefly, let me tell you about this. Our sixth Guru, Shri Har Govind Ji, he was imprisoned by Mughal Rajas there in that fort itself. And there were 52 Rajput Rajas also. They were also uh, imprisoned there. So somehow this Mughal emperor, he falls sick, and he was clueless what is happening. His doctors were not able to cure him, and then this one spiritual guru told him that you will not recover until and unless you release Shri Har Govind Singh Ji, because तुमने एक गुरु को जो कैद कर रखा है. So he ordered to release Shri Guru Har Gobind Ji, and Guru Sahib said, like, I will not go because I'm not the only prisoner. They are also the prisoner. If you release all the prisoners, then only I'll go. Otherwise, I'm staying here only. So then this become a difficult situation for the Raja, for the Mughal emperor. And he played a game, and he said, okay, fine, I will release all the Rajas. Only condition is that they will have to hold your chola. So Guruji used to wear that chola. So he said, chola पकड़ के जितने राजा आपके साथ में आ सकते हैं उतनों को ले जाओ. So now chola can be very small. It is not a very big piece of cloth. So 5, 7, 10 at the most can do that. So Guru Sahib ordered a chola, and he got that chola with 52 strips. And all the Rajas held one strip, and he took away all the Rajas, and that is what is called Bandi Chhod. So that is how this Gurdwara also came up there in Gwalior Fort. And this is what, I mean, when we talk about spirituality, it is not about thinking about myself. So it is not thinking about what I can achieve. What I can give back is that is important. So lobh can be like, I easily go out, मेरे को मौका मिल गया, right? Or I can gather so many things, and whether I need it or not. So that is these 5 thieves and evils, Guruji says, that are actually the reason of most of the problems which are happening in our life. So rejections, money, material requirements, pleasure, false sense of superiority, right? Being greedy can cause self-centered behavior, and we get angry if we don't get what we think we should, right? That is lobe, attachment to illegitimate things. Greed causes shallowness of spirit, which forces us to defend our wrong as well. We get angry if we lose what we think rightfully belongs to us. So that is where more comes into the picture. Attachment makes us want more of it without being aware. And then attachment causes shallowness of spirit, which forces us to defend our wrong as well. Then ankar creates problems, that is false sense of superiority, makes us lust because we think we deserve it. Rejection can create anger, right? And see, it's a vicious circle. If something, I mean, ankar says that it is mine and somebody rejects it, it actually invites the krodh also. So ankar and krodh put together actually starts create new problem. So a vicious circle starts with one of these, and then the second one starts contributing into that. So this is where these calm, growth, love, moh, and anger is actually stealing our peace, our happiness, our contentment. So it does not end here. So Gurbani has Guru Sahib has given this. I mean, this is there. The word is drunk, engrossed in sexual desire, anger, and egotism. This is actually mentioned on page number 51 of Guru Granth Sahib. So I have put it in English. So if you look around, all of us will find that yes, we all are drunk and engrossed, maybe sexual desires, anger, egotism, right? Seek the sanctuary of the saint. See, Guru Sahib and Guru Granth Sahib and Guru Vani defines a saint, a person who practices this, person who practices good deeds, a person who has the qualities of being a good human being is a saint. So search for a company of that saint, fall at their feet, your suffering and darkness shall be removed. Because, like, I mean, in general, also, we say that we are what our company is. So जिस तरीके की हमारी कंपनी है हम वैसे हो जाते हैं. So try to search for a company of a saint. Practice truth, contentment, and kindness. This is the most excellent way of life. Uh, you also must have experienced this in your life. Just in the beginning, also we were discussing there is a spirituality in every relation, may it be family, may it be friends, and all. So when you in these all things, all dealings, you are dealing with family or the friends or in the society. If you are practicing truth, you are at peace. If you are contented, if you are kind in your dealings, then you will find that you are able to achieve more, right? So these things, I mean, for success, peaceful mind is required. For success, a happy soul is required. A person is able to perform more when he is at peace, right? I mean, generally, like if we look at like I give example of cricket. So when we are able to manage our calmness, we are able to perform more. So the veteran from army, I sorry I didn't gather your name. He said, like in defense services, if you are not spiritual, if your contentment or kindness is missing, you cannot lead people who can actually sacrifice their life for you. So that is where performance is directly linked with the truth, contentment, and kindness. That is the way of life which can actually give us the excellence level of performance. One who is so blessed by the formless Lord God renounces selfless and becomes the dust of all. So you surrender to these things. You become nachis. I would say, like, I am nothing. I am nothing. I'm part of that super power, that light, and whatever is my existence is linked with it. And I'm nothing. I mean, मेरा मुझ में कुछ नहीं, जो कुछ है सो तेरा. Right? All this is seen in is you, Lord, the expansion of expense. Says Nanak, the Guru has removed my doubts. I recognize God in all. So, I mean, Guru Sahib Gurbani has insisted on having a guru also. So, with professional word, I link it with, like, you need to have some mentor. You need to have some coach who can actually guide, who can keep you on track where you are practicing these all. I mean, so the easiest way Guru Sahib says is to practice five virtues. This is there in Buddhism also. This is there in Vedas also, and in Hindu, uh, Muslims, Christians, every whatever granth we pick up, we will find that practicing these virtue is the best practice, right? Sat, Santok, Daya, Nimarta, and Pyar. So now, when we are truthful, then when we are living truthful life, we are able to live a life which is righteousness, honesty, justice, partiality, and fair play. Just imagine, like, I mean, if you are a team manager, if you are a team leader, or you are running your own business, if you are practicing truth, sat, things become easy for you to get the best, right? If I'm truthful, if I'm honest, and I am doing justice to myself, to the people, if somebody is deserving, he gets appreciation from you. If somebody is deserving, he gets credit for it, right? And if somebody is contributing to your success, you are able to give him recognition. All these things actually makes your performance better. You are able to perform more because you are giving the truth a chance to lead your life. More you are practicing the truth, sat, the easier your life becomes, right? So emotions are my personal more. If I like some team member of mine, it falls in that more triangle, and eventually what happens is that I end up favoring him uh, and ignoring somebody who is contributing more. So that more is a evil, but sat is a virtue which we can actually take care of it, right? Honesty. If somebody is honesty, I mean, somebody is coming and telling you the truth. If he comes forward and says that boss, आपकी ये बात ठीक नहीं लगी है, what will you do? You use your authority. That is like you get into the anger mode, or you can be truthful. You can practice sat and honestly listen to him. And if you realize, yes, it is good, it is his opinion is correct, if he is giving you good feedback, you will be able to receive it and you will be able to perform more. Santok, that is contentment. And this actually gives freedom from ambition, envy, greed, and jealousy. Right? Ambition, I would say, like, I mean, when we are trying to achieve something, that is goal. Ambition with those calm, krodh, lobh, moh, ahankar. If your ambition is actually driven by moh or lobh, then it becomes difficult. So just to counter that, you practice santosh. Santok means santosh. Hindi mein if we call it santosh. So practice santok. That will help you in managing your ambition at truth level, which will actually hold you back from being greedy. The moment you are not greedy, it becomes easy to achieve more. Right? If you are not greedy, you will not be envy, you will not be jealous of others, and the santok will give you opportunity to be yourself. This santok will give you a free, happy mind and a happy soul and peaceful mind to think practical ways of achieving more, rather than getting into those wrong practices where you end up being greedy, or you end up being angry, or you end up being egoistic. So that will this virtue practice will help you in doing more in a right manner. Then is there compassion, considering others' difficulties or sorrows as one's own, in helping to relieve it as far as possible. overlooking of imperfection and mistakes of others for the are or is human. See, what happens is that most of the time, uh, calm, growth, low, mo. I bring it back here. I am quite greedy. I am actually in a more situation where I want to promote somebody, I want to achieve something for myself. What happens is that then I actually end up looking away from the problems of others, difficulties of others. So Guru Sahib says that practice daya, look at other person's difficulties, sorrows. That will actually again give you a peaceful mind, an ability to fight with your greed, an ability to fight with your ego. And that is where you will be able to again become very practical and find out a practical solution. And you will have a broader perspective where instead of imperfection of others and mistakes of others, you will start looking at the human side of it, right? And mostly like when I talk people, earlier in the beginning of my career, it was very difficult for me to understand this, but now when I look at this, I'm trying to understand more about this. I realize like a company's CEO who can decide anything, and one person comes and makes a mistake, or is his behavior actually hurts, right? In a normal, if we observe that, okay, if this person is behaving like this, it might hurt. So this guy can exercise his ego and fire him, or he can be angry and transfer him, right? All these things can happen. But the spirituality, where if you practice there, you would like to understand. Like I recently, I was interacting with one of the very senior person. He said, Amarjit, this guy is working with me for last 2 years, and this particular behavior is like that was a unique, a very erratic behavior. He said this has happened first time ever. So this behavior, as per the rule book of the company, allows me to fire him. But I would like to know why he has done this. So that is what is there. Because he's trying to look beyond what he is actually experiencing. Why he has behaved like that. That is where like their compassion comes into picture, and that gives you a peace, that gives you an ability to work more practically. And then this guy get into the further details, and he told his second line to interact with this guy, try to understand why he is behaving like this. And this guy broke down, and he told certain personal issues which were like anybody can get affected. So at that time, this gentleman came into picture, and he allowed him to take a break and manage his personal issues and then come back to the work. And that's what will allow him to work more professionally, work more practically, and find more performing team members with him. So this guy is given consideration, but the other people who observed this, they got motivated to do more. So this is like, I mean, it's a interlinked things. Nimarta, humility. It's very easy to say that I have achieved this, but nobody can achieve anything until and unless somebody is contributing, right? So recently, like my company sent a letter to my wife that thank you very much for supporting the company. Why? Because their support, their handling of household, and the giving me that platform where I can work more has actually made me perform better. So that is what is Nimrata, humbleness, where you, I mean, recognize each and every person's contribution. So I am tired coming from office, and or I can say that thank you very much, you created an atmosphere where I could perform my duty, I could work at office. So that humbleness is there. I mean, my team member or my colleague or my senior who is actually, I mean, if you practically look at, you will realize that everybody is holding hand, that there is a hand holding happening every day, every moment in our professional life, where sometimes we are holding somebody's hand and sometimes somebody is holding our hand, and we are actually taking each other forward. That is where humility will play a bigger role, and that connection will be stronger, and then we will be able to perform even better. Pyar, that is love of God. So love is actually unconditional, and when love has some interest, then it becomes lust, right, or more, either ways. And but love of God says that I don't need anything, but I just want to say thank you very much for being with me. I care for you, I love you. So that is the fifth virtue which we have to practice, and this will actually give you another reason to be happy, another reason to be at peace. And a peaceful mind and a happy soul gives you opportunity to think beyond the obvious. And a peaceful soul and mind and happy soul gives you opportunity to explore more. And the moment you can see beyond the obvious and you are able to explore and you are in an explorer's mode, you actually can perform more. So Guruji has given us, like, if you want to practice this virtues, and if you want to keep yourself away from those five evils, five thieves, there are simple three steps which we need to follow. That is, kirat karo, naam japo, vanshako. So Guruji says, like, kirat karo. Kirat means like whatever you need, work for it. Whatever you want in your life, money, success, anything, whatever, you do it on your own, right? दसा नोहा दी किरत कमाई, ऐसा बोला जाता है. दसा नोहा दी किरत कमाई मतलब these 10 nails is to be used to earn whatever you want. Now the scenario is different. Things have evolved. Earlier, it was only the physical work which used to create success. Now we have to create mental work also. So I would not say dasanuadi kirt, but yes, kirt is very important. Kirt is effort. You have to put in efforts. You have to focus on your karmas, whatever you want to achieve. Use your karmas, use your hand, brain, body, etc., and then achieve whatever you want to achieve. That will give you a peace of mind, that will give you sense of achievement. And when you get that sense of achievement, then you get that peace of mind that yes, I have done this. Please remember here, uh, ankar should not be there. So when you are achieving something, that evil should not enter here. So kirt karke, when you are, I mean, you, we generally find like, okay, fine, this guy has worked hard, and because he has worked hard, he has achieved this. You will generally see that people who are working on ground, they are more humble. People who are achieving their success, their big success also, and if they have still continued to be connected with ground, they are more humble. So anger and greed and those things generally don't enter, or even if enter, it has a lot of effort to enter in these type of people. Therefore kirt is very important, karma is very important. Whatever we want, we need to work for it. We need to achieve on our own, right? So now, while you doing this, uh, Naam Japna is very important. Naam Japna is nothing but remembering God every time. Remembering God, uh, उठते बैठते, पंजाबी में कहते हैं उठते बैठते, सोते जागते, उठते बैठते. You just remember God. If something is happening good in your life, simply thank him. If you are eating food, thank him. You are enjoying sitting in a cinema hall and watching a movie, thank him because you were able to buy the ticket. If you are driving a car, thank him. If you have a cup of tea, thank him. That is attitude of gratitude we need to practice, because without him we cannot do anything. So sometimes people ask me question like, so many problems in my life, I'm not happy with my life. So why you are not happy? Because my job is not there, my wife is creating a problem, my colleagues are troubling me, this guy has cheated me, that guy has cheated me. So all these things are there. And the Guruji says, still be thankful to God, still remember God. You know why? Because if somebody has cheated you, then he could cheat you only when you had something which can be cheated. If somebody has used you, that is only possible because you have ability which can be used. So if you are alive, if you are able to breathe, if you are able to use your hands, if you are able to move around, if you are able to breathe, then be thankful to God because you are alive. Because that's where is the essence of life. So Nam Japo is the second uh, practice which Guru Sahib says. And third one is one shako. So all these five evils, practicing virtues is difficult, but when you do these three practices, when you practice these three things, it becomes easy to overcome those evils, and it becomes easy to practice those virtues. So one shako is as simple as langar, right? So although like I mean I find it a little funny, but now the Sikhs are recognized or known for their langars. All right. So Guru Sahib says that whatever you have, small or big, share it with somebody who needs it. So anything you have more than what you need, you share it with others. Don't try to gather more things than you need. If you have more than what you need, share it with somebody who needs it. That is one shakna. I mean, Langar started with this philosophy only, with this thought of Guru Nanak Dev Ji. Guru Nanak Dev Ji was very young when his father gave him 20 rupees. At that time, 20 rupees, and told him कि go and do some सच्चा सौदा, कुछ एक सच्चा सौदा करके आओ. Right? In other words, he wanted Guru Nanak Dev Ji to start a business. Right? And sacha soda means, he said, like, don't cheat anybody, but do a business. So Guru Nanak Dev Ji took this 20 rupees and he was going to the city. And in between on the way, he found some sadhus who were hungry. So he used this 20 rupees and fed them. Langar khila diya unko. And when he came back, his father asked, what did you do? He said, I did a sacha soda. What is sacha soda? He said, bhuke ko khana khila diya. So that is what is one shako. Because the moment we are able to share what we own, we are able to control our mood, greed, and even anger. We are able to control. So these are the three practices. These are the three things which we can do to practice the virtues. I mean, it's a very scientific. I find it very scientific because When you are trying to earn your own livelihood, you are not using somebody's authority, you are not using somebody's resources, and you are trying to do it on your own. It takes a lot of efforts. The moment you put in a lot of efforts, satisfaction level is different. But the moment you are putting a lot of efforts, not using a wrong means to achieve what you want, you are at peace. You are you are able to enjoy your achievements more, and then that eternal peace, that eternal happiness, joy comes into your life, and you are able to recognize other things, others contribution, and you can actually look at in a deeper sense, that who contributed, what contributed, how you have achieved it. That happiness is different. That will not create ahankar, but that will create experience. And that experience, when you share it, I mean, one shako with the present scenario, I sometimes say that you share your experience also. That will also qualify here. Like if I know something and somebody wants, give it, share it. Like I mean, mostly like when I conduct training and all, people ask for modules, people ask for PowerPoint presentation. Sometimes something I have created, people ask, and I give it to them without thinking twice. Why? Because I'm sharing it. One Shako wala formula is working with me. So my wife, who happens to be a professor, she was very conservative about this sharing. In couple of years back, she said, "How can you share?" I said, "You also share." So one of our colleagues, she wanted a PowerPoint presentation on some subject. She decided not to share, and decided कि हाँ देती हूँ. One day I said, share it. So she said, मैंने काम किया इसके ऊपर. So I said, even if you have worked on this, it is not a rocket science that patented and all. She can get it from somewhere else also. And then that somewhere else, some other person or place, you can become that person or place. Because at the end of the day, if you want something which I have, I can give you and you can enjoy it, and we both can enjoy it. If I don't give you, you will still not hold yourself back. You will find it out from somewhere. So experience, knowledge, and whatever you have achieved in your professional career, share that also. That will qualify to this one shako. It's not only the food, it's not only the materialistic part of it, even the knowledge and experience and hand holding others in achieving something in their life can also qualify for one shako. That will also help you in being humble. That will also help you in being out of greed. So these are, I mean, these three things, I find it one of the best thing to happen anybody, if you are able to even practice this at 30% or 20% or 40%. Even if you don't practice 100%, you will find a different yourself. You will find yourself in a different uh, tangent, different thought process, different joyful life. These three things are very, very important. So, making these three things happen will need some more understanding. So, Guru Sahib Gurwani says, "Sab Gobind hai." So, this is very close to my heart. The Sab Gobind hai. Guru Sahib is saying, like, I mean, in a nutshell, if I say, he says that everything is Gobind. Everything is that superpower. Everything is that we all, human beings, animals, the earth, the stone, the tree, everything is that Govind, right? So, एक अनेक व्यापक पूरक जत देखो tat सोई. In the one and in the many. He is pervading and permitting. Wherever I look, there is, there he is. I mean, in other words, like, I mean, a nutshell, I would say that whatever you see, whatever you look at with one perspective, that sab govind hai, right? The light which is inside me is there in you. The light which is inside me is there in the animal which I see on the street. The light which is there in me is there in the tree. The light which is there in me is there in minerals. Anything and everything on this earth, whatever I am able to see, has the same light which I have inside. So, in other words, let me treat everybody as Govind. The moment I start treating everybody, everything, every creature on this earth as Govind, my life changes. My peace, my ability to decide what is right, what is not, will become different. I will be able to see more opportunities there, because everything is Govind. uh, you see, I mean, he is inside you. You don't have to search him outside. So the moment we try to search outside, it becomes difficult to understand. It becomes very difficult to accept it. Because if I say that Govind, he is a superpower, we have to achieve him, we have to reach to him, it becomes difficult. Because until and unless I am able to see, I will not be able to believe, right? So sub Govind hai, Govind is inside, that supreme power is inside, that Atma, we are part of this Paramatma, this Atma is part of that Paramatma, and that Paramatma is there in everybody. So it becomes easy to understand him, it becomes easy to realize that yes, we all are one. This universe is one. Loving, treating everybody as that light, that Atma, Paramatma, becomes easy, and that makes you makes your effort to practice these three things easy, right? The moment that we know that Govind, Sab Govind hai, doing these three things becomes easy. The moment we practice these three things, virtues which we are God gifted with come forward on forefront. The moment these virtues come forward on forefront, then controlling these five evils become easy. So lastly, this is one my favorite Gurbani ka, this is, तू काहे डोले प्राणिया तुद रखेगा सृजनहार जिन पैदाइश तुद किया सोई दे आधार. So in other words, like, you are part of that life. That life has created you. That life has that light has actually sent you on this earth for this journey, and that has plan for you. And that plan is nothing. You don't have to achieve anything. If you make a house, if you make a car, if you buy a car, if you achieve some position, all these things are part of journey. These are not permanent. So what is important is your experience as a traveler. Be a traveler, experience everything. Next station, you have some other surprise. Today, if you miss tea on this station, next station has got some tea vendor waiting for you. You can have it there also. So this journey is there. Things are placed there. You only have to explore and experience those things, right? So just like, I mean, the way this uh, this mala is holding different type of beats, the light is holding different type of beats, that is you and me. And we don't have to worry about anything. We will have to simply experience this. तो तू काहे डोले प्राणिया तुद राखेगा सृजनहार जिन पैदाइश तू किया सोई दे आधार. सो जिसने पैदा किया है तुझको, वो वही तुझे सपोर्ट करेगा. He has created a platform for you. Just control on five evils, practice those virtues, kam kirat karo, naam japo, vanshako, you will achieve that eternal peace inside you. You will achieve that joyful self. In the moment you have peace inside, the moment you are able to enjoy your own company, the moment you are able to uh, take things as it comes, then your performance level becomes different. The professional life also demands, like, I mean, today we are working in very high pressure atmosphere. There, if we really need to perform well, we need to have peace inside. Right, round the clock, we cannot just worry, and eventually make mistakes. We only can enjoy ourselves if we are able to understand that we are the light, we are that part of that super light, a small part of it. So that is what I briefly take on spirituality. However, like, I mean, on this we will discuss if opportunity comes in details, and that's it. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Amarjit. Indeed, this was thought provoking, and in fact, I mean, I was actually grasping all you said, and that is something really refreshing. So thank you so much. Now the floor is open. Let us do one thing. Uh, Amarjit, if you can stop sharing your screen, then all of us can chit chat face to face, and people can put on their video.
One
Yeah,
second. I'm
yeah, yeah.
actually
No,
new
not
new to this.
not an issue. नहीं 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 stop sharing करना है anyway. हाँ stop sharing वहाँ पे click कर दीजिए. Yes sir. Great. So I'll also put on my video and all of us can chit chat. JK sir, Pradeep Bhau, Ravi, Shailesh, a couple of people left as soon as the talk was over. That is something challenge here. So uh, let us discuss. I mean, question, queries, feedback, whatever you have to share. So JK sir, yeah.
Yeah, it was a. I must thank Amarjit. Spirituality as a subject is very close to my heart, and I am a firm believer, as we were discussing earlier, that everything starts and finishes here in entirety.
True.
And whatever we see, even in our day-to-day lives, of people may say that okay, spirituality. I look at it. My day-to-day work has got a very important facet of spirituality. It is only if your true intention is there, you are honest about it, you are in love with that, it happens. And these are the very fine ingredients of spirituality. Of course, we are at different levels of spirituality, could be there, people who reach different levels, but we as human beings, we are spirits. And that's where it is when we say that God has created us. तो मैं उनका हूँ. So I don't want to go into that mode. Of course, how we got created is also a issue, and what we go and become like that. And when we talk about the spirit and the energy, that we are all forms of energy, and how जो भगवत गीता में भी बोला है कि वो energy gets transformed into some other form, the physical body remains here. So actually these things have been stated so nicely, and once we know little, not we are aware about it, but it is only that when we have little bit of realization, we do not have to sit down, we have to, it all exists in us. I firmly believe that every one of us, we have it in us. It is only that for a moment. After all, हम लोग भगवान की पूजा करते हैं बैठ के, किसी की भी याद करते हैं. And I believe कि अगर मैंने आंख बंद किया है और मैं किसी चीज से अपने आप को जोड़ के शांति महसूस कर रहा हूँ, तो वो तो पता नहीं है कि नहीं है, बट वो मेरे अंदर एग्जिस्ट करता है, तभी उसको मैं देख सका हूँ.
True.
So I think that's a very simple example that God exists here, not in that murti. I think someone has made it that we let us align there so that हम लोग अपने अंदर देख सकें. So it is a wonderful I think session, Amarjit, and thank you very much to you and of course to Chintan. He is a great person. He comes out with great topics across the issues. How it is. So I'm thankful to you, Amarjit and Chintan. It is so
Thank you, sir.
wonderful of you.
Thank you, sir. It is our
Thank you.
pleasure. Ravi bhai, Pradeep bhai, if you guys can share your feedback, if you can put on your camera. Hello. Okay. Anyway, these guys seems to be either driving or maybe on some other call right now. So I take this opportunity to thank Amarjit on behalf of all attendees and TMI community. Thanks, sir, for spending time with us and sharing your views, insights. We look forward to engage with you and collaborate with you in future. Thank you so much for this talk, and thanks everyone, and have a great evening and Sunday ahead. We look forward to meet you the next in next TMI webinar, which is going to be by Brigadier J.K. Tiwari himself, and that is going
Okay.
to be on 7E framework.
Okay.
So that is an action plan. So there is a framework Brigadier Sir has devised, and he also recommends a action plan around the framework. So
Great.
okay, so Pradeep Nair says thank you, Amarjit ji. So I
Chintan bhai, a small this thing.
yeah,
Sorry to interrupt you.
yeah, tell me.
On this spirituality, next time when you keep session, we'll change the format from this presentation to discussion mode
Definitely.
because that benefits more.
Yeah. In fact, we also I remember in one of our fellowship meeting, we had a couple of people who are very deep into Gita and all, and that is where someone suggested we should have a kind of panel discussion or open house kind of thing on this subject.
Like
And
the way Dr. Tiwari, sorry, Brigadier Tiwari said, so we can actually we know all what is spirituality. We are practicing also, but when we discuss, no, the many things are unfolded,
yes,
and we realize, yes, I am doing this, and that gives us a different perspective altogether.
and yes, and then our belief strengthens that yes, I am on the right path, and it's not
Yes,
me only.
yes.
My friends, fellow friends, also practicing the same thing. So yes, definitely, and maybe once a quarter, this kind of refresher is really needed, where we discuss religion and management and what our religion teaches us. So yes, point well taken, sir, and maybe in next quarter. Yeah, Ravi bhai, were you mentioning something? Hello. Okay, fine. So it seems because this is the time when he is in transit, and
Okay.
still he prefers. I mean, he is there with us. He would be listening to our talk. So while he would be driving home, he would have logged in. So I mean, Pradeep Nair has thanked you. It seems he is not in a position to talk, but he has sent a message on chat. So that is where we are. So thank you so much, sir, and have a great evening. Look forward to meet you next Saturday at 5 o'clock.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Thank you. Bye. Bye.
Yes.
Bye bye, sir.